Now, I invite today's function's guest of honor, Dr. V. Narayanan, Sir, Secretary, Department Space and Chairman, Indian Space Research Organization, Government of India, the man of distinct vision and a fountainhead of illuminating ideas, an idol of knowledge and experience and inspiration to all of us. Sir, please address the meet.
Namaskar. Good morning. Most respected, very humble, simple, Honorable Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, Sri Puskar Singh Dhami, a computer scientist by profession, the Chief Secretary of this great state, Sri Anand Bardhan IAS, the senior-most IAS officer of who is here, Mr. Meenakshi Sundaramji, Mr. Prakash Chauhan, my colleague who is the director of NRC, ISRO Hyderabad, Nidesh Jha, IAS, Government of Uttarakhand, Professor Durgesh Pant, I think very mesmerizing talk, very simple talk, mesmerizing talk you delivered. And that shows the systematic work what is done. And Dr. Samir and most distinguished secretaries to the Government of Uttarakhand, senior officials, ISRO colleagues, and my dear friends, press persons, very, very good morning to all of you. Really, I feel it's a great honor and privilege to be in the beautiful part of this country, the Uttarakhand state, that too, enjoying the hospitality of one of the very good son of the soil, your Honorable Chief Minister. I have heard about him, but then first time I really came in contact. And to understand somebody, it doesn't need a lot of time, it needs only 10 minutes time. And such a great person with great ideas. And today, we all are here to discuss about the leveraging the space technology for Viksit Bharat 2047. I really like the idea of my colleague. When we talk about Viksit Bharat of 2047, surely the Uttarakhand also should be a developed state. Why this state? Every state should be a developed state. It is a great honor. I was thinking even 4 days back, I may not be in a position to participate. Almost 1 month I was out of the country for sending our Gaganyatri safely to the International Space Station and also to bring him back safely. I was in that assignment and only day for yesterday I was returning. At that time my colleague told, Honorable CM is going to participate in this program, it will be appropriate if I participate. Then last minute I had to change the entire program tour and landed in Delhi, and I am here with you all. And when you look at the support, the contribution made by Indian space program for Uttarakhand, I think my colleague nicely addressed little bit. And when you look at the Indian space program, it was started 1963. 1962 actually, 1963 we had the first major milestone. You all know 1947 when we got independence, what was the stature of the country? 97.5% people were below the poverty line. And the poverty line very easy, it's an English word. But one should really realize, I am from Kanyakumari district of Tamil Nadu. At least when I was studying the 5th standard, 6th standard, hardly 50% people only used to take food more than one time per day in my village. That was the meaning of that 97.5% people below the poverty line, and it was true for every state. And average life of Indians at that point of time was hardly 32 years. 32 years average life means people used to die between 25 to 40. And within India, there were so many India, nobody thought that Indians will properly rule the India. Probably that was the stature of the country, and there was no IIM, no IITs, no All India Institute of Medical Science. I think we were truly behind, much behind, almost 60 to 70 years behind the developed nations in every field. let it be infrastructure, let it be education, let it be health sector, let it be defense sector. We are not having any missile at that point of time. Actually, one can ask why missile is required. If in a country, if everybody is good, we don't need police station and we don't need any courts. But then all these things are part of the society, everything is required. And then to safeguard us, we need all the things. Strength only respect strength. And at that point of time, nobody thought that the space activity will come to this level. And thanks to the great visionary leader, Sarabhai, and Professor Chitnis, who is going to be 100 years on July 25th July this year. 25th July 2025, he is going to turn 100 years. He is in Pune. And they discussed, people like them discussed, why don't we start the space program? And at that point of time, when we were solving the problem of water security, water problem, health problem, then food problem, and probably really thanks to those visionary leaders who strongly felt advanced technology, space technology can benefit the common man of this country. A lot of people didn't believe at that point of time. And the space program was started. And there are major milestones. 1969, August 15 is an important date. The Indian space program was formed. And that year, please understand, you all will be knowing it is an important year for the science and technology area. Neil Armstrong is landing on the moon and coming back safely. And that was also the year I was in the first standard, sitting on the floor with a couple of my colleagues in a school where if there is a rain, we used to enjoy because there will not be any class, full of water only in the class. So that was the primary school. And we were truly 70 years behind. Today, when you look at the space program, you have come a long way. 1963, November 21st, we had the first tiny rocket launch from Indian soil. That rocket doesn't belong to us, it came from USA. And the payload came from France. Simply we assembled and we sent the rocket. From that till today, 4,000 sounding rockets have been lifted off from Indian soil. And till 1975, we were not having our own satellites. In fact, 1970s, if you ask, nobody knows in India what is the great satellite technology or how to realize, nothing was known. It was April 1975, we built the first Aryabhatta satellite with the support of Russians, and they helped in a big way, and it was launched using their launcher. You can read a book written by Professor U.R. Rao, India Becoming a Space Power. I have read that book 7 to 8 times to understand what was our knowledge at that point of time on satellite. To be frank, our knowledge was less than, in a 0 to 100 scale, less than 5 to 10% only. From that humble beginning, today, to our credit, we have conceived, built and launched 131 satellites of various types for different applications. And the heaviest satellite being the GSAT-11, high throughput satellite, a 6,000 kg satellite right now in the orbit serving the common man of this country. Now you look at the launch vehicle area. The launch vehicle, we used to obviously say, when, T-body rockets, and functional wise, both are doing same purpose. But T-body rockets, when you fire, we used to say almost 20% doesn't work. And the rocket, when you fire, it goes wherever it wants. But our rocket should go wherever we want. There is a small difference. For that only lot of gold people with gold medal, silver medal, first rank, second rank, everybody is working. And 1980 was an important year. The first launcher, the SLV-3, was successfully accomplished under the leadership of the greatest son of soil, one of the greatest son of soil, the then project director Abdul Kalam, with the Professor Satish Dhawan as his boss, as the chairperson. He is a great leader. And we attained the capability of placing 35 kg in lower Earth orbit using our own launcher. From that till today, we have conceived and designed, realized, built, launched 6 generations of launches. The heaviest launcher is the LVM-3 vehicle, capable of placing 9,000 kg to low Earth orbit. That is the capability. And we have done 101 launch vehicle missions. The first mission 1979 was a partial success. We could not complete the mission. And the 100th mission, after I took over as the chairman, after serving 41 years, I was given the opportunity by our Prime Minister to lead the organization. This January 13th and January 29th was the 100th mission. It was a highly tensed event. But then we were quite confident the 100th mission will be grand successful. But we accomplished the 100th mission with perfection, and we have written the golden letters in the space program of this country. And coming to the application, till 50 years back, nobody believed that the space can really bring application. And I was told that people are questioning just 50 years back why TV sets are required for India. You can understand, somebody is not having food to eat, and why TV sets are required. And at that point of time, exactly 50 years back, 2,400 television sets were kept in 2,400 villages, and a signal from a satellite, American satellite ATS-6 was transmitted and demonstrated the country and political leaders. Through the space, we can have mass communication at a time. And that was the beginning. And of course, we started the remote sensing activities. And today, in 50 years, we are serving the country in a very, very big way. Today, if you take the application, Earth observation, telecommunication, television broadcasting, disaster warning and mitigation, and what not. I want to tell, if I have to talk about the application, it takes 5 hours. But I don't, CM doesn't have time, and you don't have time to hear that. Maybe on some other occasion we'll address, but a couple of things I want to tell. When it comes to television broadcasting, 35 years back in Tamil Nadu, there used to be a program called Olim Olim. Weekly, every Friday, there used to be 5 songs used to be played, and this was the case with most of the states. If you miss that song, you have to wait for 1 more week to hear the song. And from that, today, where we have come, where we have reached. 30 years back, if you had to make a phone call from this part of the country to Delhi, probably seniors people would have experienced, you have to pick a trunk and wait for how many hours. And when you get the connection, whether the line used to be perfect. And we used to be tensed that we were not getting connection. In fact, I want to share my own experience. I passed M.Tech Cryogenic Engineering with first rank in IIT Kharagpur and picked up for a program to study cryogenic engineering in Russia. And 1993, I was second time I am going by aircraft. My father from a village 80 kilometers away from Trivandrum came and see me off. Then I got into the flight, enjoying the flight travel. It was supposed to land in Bombay. From there, next flight after 6 or 7 hours to Moscow. And the flight was not landing. And it was rotating, going on, rotating. So much we were enjoying because that was my second travel. And without any reason, we were enjoying the flight travel. And we were not knowing what was happening on the ground. And all of a sudden, the pilot announced, no fuel, I am going to land. Little disappointment. Finally, anyhow, he's landing, what we can do? Landed. After landing, the gate was opened and there was security, some hundreds of security staff. They told you cannot go anywhere. Simply we were taken and put in a room and locked. They told you cannot go. You cannot get out. And when we saw the TV, the Bombay serial blast was happening. And then next flight we went. After 11 days, a letter came from Moscow to my village. And my father, when he came back after seeing me, when he reached the village, no TVs, radio announcement comes, Bombay blast. Almost time was same time when we are landing. They were not sure whether I am alive or not. And they came to know, and education was not that good, and they were not having connectivity even to check up through the ISRO system. Because my father has studied only 5th standard, even though he was a topper, he has to be dropped out due to a lot of reasons, economic reasons. And that was the situation. 12 days later only he understood. But today, what is happening. Today also I am under tension. Today morning I tried for a friend in Moscow. And it got almost 1 minute delayed. I was under tension. But I got the line after a minute. And so much connectivity has come. And every area, I think the application is going well. And mitigation, disaster warning and mitigation is one of the fantastic applications. And we are doing. I know Chief Minister has to leave, so I have to cut short my talk and I am going little faster. And From that humble beginning, a country, we were moving the rockets by bicycles, old bicycles. And it is not photograph, it is not some artistic thing, it is the reality. Old bicycle, it was moved those days. From that humble beginning, today, I want to tell we have come a long way. And to understand the space application, better to switch off. We used to say evening 6 to 8, switch off the TV, switch off the satellites. Then you will understand nothing will work. No ATM transaction, nothing will work. And today, lot of service is done. Now, from that humble beginning, today 9 places we are number 1 in the world. Chandrayaan 1 finding water molecules, and we are the first country finding water molecule on the moon. Chandrayaan 2, we could not soft land. We are having a camera rotating in the moon's orbit with 32 centimeter resolution camera. That is the best camera available as on date in the moon. Next camera is only 50 centimeter. You can Google and find out we are number 1 in the world. Mars orbiter mission, we have to travel 68 crore kilometers. When you go, you can go anywhere. And India is the only country, first country which succeeded in a Mars orbiter mission, first attempt. None of the developed country could succeed. And we are number 1. And we were debating in Trivandrum, everywhere we are getting only second rank, how to get first rank. All of a sudden we decided, why don't we launch 100 satellites through a single rocket? And before that, the world record was only 37 satellites. We placed 100 satellites successfully, perfectly in the orbit, and we are number 1. And the cryogenic engine, liquid oxygen hydrogen engine, I can talk hours and hours because I have worked 30 years in that field. A technology which was denied to us. And we have today we have developed 3 cryogenic stages, and we are one among 6 countries having that guarded technology. Without that, we cannot have a meaningful program. It is not that achievement. When the second cryogenic system was getting developed, I was blessed to be the project director and development chief, and Kiran Kumar ji and Radhakrishnan sir was the chairman. First Radhakrishnan sir, followed by Kiran Kumar sir. We put a target. We will set world records. Today, to our credit, we are having, as you have seen in the TV, 3 places we are number 1 in a technology which was denied to us. And under Modi ji's direction, guideline and vision, today we are working for a lot of things. And Modi ji, our Honorable Prime Minister, a greatest person, a greatest son of the soil. Probably a lot of people would have talked to him, but I had the opportunity. He has got only 2 things. Number 1, how to serve the common man of this country. How to serve. Second thing is how to make this country as a developed country. These are the only 2 things towards that he is working. Probably your CM is also following that path to make this state as one of the states. And this year accomplishment I must tell. A country which was moving rocket in bicycle. We are the 4th country to build a satellite to study the sun. And this year, January 6th, we have rolled out 6 to 9 terabit data to the common man of this country and common man of the world. And Chandrayaan 3, you all know, August 23, 2023, it was a historic day. We are the only country and first country which has successfully soft landed near the south pole of moon. And we had lot of discoveries, entire discoveries donated to the scientific community of the world. And this year, January 16th was another historic day. Imagine 2 cars are going in Uttarakhand road with 100 km/h speed. And you have to simply join without hitting each other, join and getting locked. What type of difficulty it is. 2 satellites rotating with 28,400 km/h in the space. With a set of algorithms, set of hardware, set of computer systems, set of cameras, we could successfully dock, and India became one among 4 countries demonstrating that greatest technology. And we are having a lot of things. In fact, as I told, I came back after sending our own brother to the space, and he is safe in the ISS. And by 12th, he will be back. You are having opportunity to interact, and our hands are today full. Today, our interest is to ensure safety and security of the common man of this country. Whatever requires towards that, we have done. Last couple of months, we have worked and we have done whatever is required, and it was a perfect job ISRO has done. Now, this year we are going to have our own human space flight program. And you will hear the news this year end, we are going to lift off our own vehicle, uncrewed mission. 2027, we will have the crewed mission. And we are working for new rocket development. First rocket capability was only to place 35 kg in the orbit. Now we are working for a rocket which will place 75,000 kg in the low Earth orbit, which was conceived in just 27 days. Just 27 days. And right now 55 satellites are serving common man of this country. In 3 years, we are going to make this number as at least 155 numbers, because it has to serve even all the parts of the country. And it is also our interest to two things. By 2035, we are going to build our own space station. 2040, we are going to send our own person, brother or sister, to moon, land safely and bring them back safely. Thereby, dear friends, a country which started the space program with 70 years backlog, by 2045 time frame, we will be in par with any other developed countries in terms of rockets, satellites, payloads, application. And we strongly believe we should contribute heavily for the northeastern states. And we are working towards that. A inclusive growth of the country is required when we talk about the developed country status. Now, I am 100% sure, and I don't have any doubt, this country will become a developed country under the guidance and direction of our Honorable Prime Minister, Narendra Modi ji. And before we celebrate 100 years of independence, couple of things we have to really think. By 2040, space program will be in par with any other country and meeting the requirement for the developed country. And towards Uttarakhand, sir, I don't want to talk, we will act. Whatever is required, please communicate. Whatever is required, it will be done. That much assurance I can give on behalf of the mission, instead of going one by one. And right now, couple of the colleagues from Uttarakhand, in fact, Honorable Home Minister as the Northeastern Council Chairman, myself as the alternate Chairman, we have set a record that almost 800 Northeastern students are going to be trained in the space program. In fact, I was there for the first 100 and second batch is going on. And a couple of people are from here, they are learning. That will be asset for you. And we are here to handhold you. We know the difficulty in this part of country, disaster related, forest related, water related, everything. Whatever is required, whatever is possible by us, it will be done. With that, let me not prolong. In fact, I have cut short my speech to 50%, which I have to do considering Honorable CM's requirement. And before I conclude, I am here, to be frank, only because of your Honorable CM. When he shows so much interest, it is my responsibility to be here. Otherwise, by this time I would have been Coimbatore. And with that, you are having a fantastic CM with a host of IAS colleagues. Because it is not the only CM who runs the show. It is the IAS, then all officers, everybody together, you are running the show. I don't have any doubt Uttarakhand will contribute, will become a developed state before we celebrate 100 years of independence. To do that, whatever you need little bit support, we are there to support. And let me thank Honorable CM and all the senior colleagues for giving me this great opportunity. Thank you. Jai Hind.